Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has stopped the fight, presenting the winner and still champion of the world, the Lone Warrior.
Welcome guys to another episode of the Lone Warrior Podcast. I think I miscounted the previous one, so I'm probably at 18 because I said 16 last time, but it was 17, so I'm at 18. And good news, I have lots of things to recap for you. Let me just check if I can recap the Land of Dreams at this point, or do I have to set another cap? That is a big no. I have to set another. Well said, time to hide, and the usual bait, Tekken? Maybe later, sir. I believe there's a news flash that there will be a surprise flash event in a certain place in Marikina City. It's kind of a secret, and it has a base vibe to it. So maybe something will happen in that base that is secret to others. Probably around 4 or 5. Yeah. So definitely, if there were something to happen like a flash event in that base that is secret to others, there's definitely Tekken there. Alright. So we got to the recap. We're getting to the recap. Recap. Let's do the Land of Dreams first because there's a whole lot of stuff to unpack here. Definitely. Alright. We got the timestamp if that flash event supposed to happen. Alright. No messages. We got Mr. John Cedric Malaka joining the stream. Thank you for the like, sir. Welcome. What is this? Isn't he or isn't a god or something? So, Land of Dreams. Check this out. I think I've capped all the fairies in this town. Got Mr. Carlos Gayoso, Mr. Tomoriru. I think you have a tournament to play later, so why are you here? Why are you here? You're supposed to be practicing. So anyway, I think, I could be wrong, but I think that I've capped out every single aspect of the fairy town. If you can see here in the charts above, I have 20 fairies overall, and I couldn't believe it at first, but that is actually the maximum population of the town. That's 20 fairies. So the 9 that are hunting here, and the 3 that are building houses, and 3 that are plowing plots. Oh, it's 1 p.m. Alright, thank you for that information. So Rev Major will happen at 1 p.m. Stop 32. So these guys here that are building houses and plotting land, I can move them to the houses to actually have them switch jobs. What the heck? Oh, of course, I have to select the job for the certain house. So now that I've capped them, I really haven't gotten into how I will build my fairy town. So you can see here, for each house, you can select a job. And I think I have 11 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or it's 10. It's 10 only. You can have 10 per each house, but you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 houses. So you'll have to sacrifice some aspects of it. If you choose to make the fairies fight for you, you need the troops. And if you choose to have Breath of Fire Easter eggs, you can have the music and art. So those are the things that I'm going to select. And there's also various mini games. I don't know what battle insurance is, so I'm gonna leave it there. I don't really have the time to explore. We got Mr. Ralph Nochete also joining us, popping up the eyeballs. So we got the art, music and art, and barracks where you can summon the fairies in battle. And the rest of this town, I have the item shop, I have the weapon shop, got the Aurum shop, which is very important if you happen to switch skills with the party members. The inn, the explorers. This inn is actually important If you think camping is your best way to restore the party, that's fine. But if you have an inn handy in Fairy Town, it actually helps restoring the dragons. For those who don't know, if you play Breath of Fire 4, you can't restore the dragon's HP and AP, meaning the skill points and his health points, by just resting at the camp. They need to rest at an inn. And if you have the camp option here, then you can just proceed to the inn in the Land of Dreams, heal your dragons. It's very handy. And the rest, I don't know. So before I proceed, let me just select some fairies here to occupy the houses. Anyway, like I said, I capped out the town. I have 20 fairies, which leads me to the next part. The masters. So you can see here's the fairy town. I think they can build houses here, but I don't know. The population is maxed out. Pretty much everyone is happy. You visit them every time, and if you happen to just do random encounters in the world map, if you meet a fairy, help them out with the hunting. There's that. Next part. This is a long recap, so I don't know if I'll get to the topic, but definitely it will be the last part of making mistakes. The masters. So I've collected the masters off stream. I'll try to remind or explain as the best I can where you will meet these masters. Now, if you happen to watch the stream right now, you can check past previous streams to meet some masters here, but you'll have to take my word, or at least put it together piece by piece on where I met some of the masters. So let's start with the masters that I've met here on stream. We got here Kurok, which is the first master you meet, and it's kind of mandatory to meet him anyway as you go along with the game. So we got that. We also have Stall here. Stall is also actually a mandatory master that you meet along the way because Marlock chases him. You remember Marlock, our favorite French-German demi-human? So you meet him along the way, and it doesn't really imply that you can be under his tutelage, but he is a master, and if you somehow have this information with you, you can actually have him teach you some skills. Another master here is Una. I believe it's Una. I don't have their names here, but it is Una. She can be missed, but I believe in a previous episode when I reached the town of Warrant, I didn't miss her, so you can check her out there. I don't remember which episode it is, but definitely in past streams, we've seen Una here. And we got Khan. This one, Khan, actually, I've encountered him by accident. This is definitely around episode 14 or 15. I checked out some parts of the world map. I met Khan. You can actually have him as a master. He'll teach you some skills. And I think for the most part, it's supportive. And when I try to talk to Khan, all of the skills that he has to offer, I've learned them. So there's that. And each master, I'm not gonna really get into the prerequisites of each master, so let's leave it at that. So let's check out the masters that I've met off stream, but I've definitely missed them live stream. Now Njomo, this is Njomo, the fairy master. Definitely, I saw you can see Njomo in a previous stream on where exactly the location of him or her is. I can't really tell. Njomo's a fairy. So it's around a house when you leave Wyndia. So it's nearby Wyndia. It's a house on the world map. It's kind of a question mark. It has this question mark prompt, but it is a house. So there's that. You can find Njomo there, and Njomo's skills revolve around you gathering fairies around the Land of Dreams. This one I definitely missed. And it's not until I search for whose master am I able to be under, I found out about this particular one, which is Momo. Now, I think it's kind of a Easter egg master. Like I said, the only Breath of Fire game that I played is Breath of Fire 4. But Momo's a master. You can find her at Wyndia, the town itself. There's a windmill nearby the entrance. If you enter it, you'll find Momo there. And Momo's skills revolve around the playtime that you have in Breath of Fire game. So eventually, you learn all the skills if you played like 50 hours game time, I think. Now here's one she's very familiar. This is the Abbess. Now I don't know if that's the exact title, the Abbess, but this master is the one who assisted us in finding, I forgot which dragon, but this master is the one who gave us clarity that Ryu is an endless blah blah blah. After the Wind Dragon, this is the master, or this is the character that you meet, and later on you find out she's a master. And I forgot how learning skills from her actually revolves around, but definitely if you go back, because there will be a point you're in Chek. That's the name of the town. That's Chek. She's still going to be there, but there's this force encounter that you have to leave Chek because you're being chased around by the Empire. So if you just go back in Chek, if you can, definitely you can definitely have her as a master. What the heck? We got stars. We got super idol the show the domaining. Anyway, got the stars notification. Thanks for the stars, Mr. Ralph. Oh, what a long recap. I haven't gotten to the stats part, and I'm 20 minutes in. Right, so those are the masters. Stats wise, I think the party got a pretty big jump here. Equipment wise, no, but level wise, yes. We got Urshin and Sias at the lowest level 36, and the rest are at level 37. Got some new skills, believe it or not. So let's start with Ursula first. For Ursula, I got Leech Power, Inferno, and that Leech Power probably is going to be important because, as you can see here, it absorbs AP from one enemy. Probably going to make use of that sometime if I play off stream. For Nina, we got Restore. Now, I didn't figure this out until I read the description just about now. Vitalize is like the big skill. It's a party skill. Heal everyone. Restore is, I guess, it's like an X potion in Final Fantasy, or Curaga. Curaga for a single target. And Resurrect. But I think, yeah, this one is Raise Dead. I don't know what the difference between Raise Dead and Resurrect would be, but I'm assuming Resurrect will revive you with full HP. So it's kind of like full life. The next one would be Cray. Oh my god. This is a long stream, like a shorter one. Got the new skill for Cray. Quick. Level 3 Art Magic. That's it. Poor Cray. Urshin though, these skills, man. It's like Urshin has all the level 3 magics, and in my party, Urshin has the lowest AP, so it's kind of sad, but we got Quake, Inferno, and Typhoon. We got a comment here for Ralph, and no, not really. I just want to play tech, and that's why I'm asking if you're going to Secret Base later. Just so happens. And the last one would be Sias. We got Vitalize here, also has restorative healing for all party members, and Life Stealer. I don't know how this works, but it's 0 AP, and look at that description, I can't even understand it. But from what I understand, if you use this skill, you have a chance to one-hit KO a mob. I don't know if it works with the bosses. I'm assuming no. These kinds of games don't really work like that. So anyway, what a long recap. Finally done. Story-wise, I'm kind of lost story-wise, but I believe we are chasing Folo into the Empire. So we're gonna go to the capital. And topic-wise, we're gonna pick up from where we left off with making mistakes. And the last example that was given to us by our kind audience, specifically Ralph, was pooping in your pants, because that is a grave mistake, but you have no control over it. But I'm hoping what I'm about to share with you guys helps in understanding that making mistakes actually is a part of the process. Let's see, where am I supposed to go anyway? I have another scenario. You have so many scenarios, sir. But anyway, I'm trying to remember where am I story-wise. So, just to catch you up, guys, on what I did off stream, I leveled up, used the easy AP or easy XP method for Breath of Fire 4 that makes uses of the bots in Sinchon. You can search it on YouTube. It's a very useful resource in order to make your party give that big boost. But from what I remember here, we're chasing towards we're actually going to the Empire. Now, from the party's perspective, I don't know if they're going to chase... Oh, now I remember. Now, I don't remember if they're going to chase after Folo or they're still going to search for Elena. Now, in the game's plot, you have this person that asks for a particular thing to exchange information how to get to the capital. We got the rare treasure from the relic, we got fishing, and we get a pot here from the town of Koshka. Now, if you choose the relic, you can ask the people around here. They'll point you to the Njomo ruins, and then you'll get the Mutant Dragon, I believe, or it's the Earth Dragon. And no way are you going to give that dragon to the, what do you call this, to that man who wants exchange in the capital. So I think it's Mutant or Earth, either one of the two. What's this? Oh my god, don't post that. But anyway, continuing on, the easiest one you can do is fishing, because whatever, it's a mini game, and you can actually just have one of three. The man asks for 3 kinds of fish. You can have one of 3. It says it's the easiest, but I didn't have time to do it, so I opted to just ask for the pot here. Let's see if he has it now. It's not ready yet. Come back later. Oh my god, sorry, didn't know you have money. What the heck? Anyway, let's read what the Ralph exposes himself into. There was a time when I was in grade 2. I was shy to ask permission to go out. My bladder wasn't going to explode. For a big brainer that I am, I tried to pee on my handkerchief in small increments. Oh my god. Well, let's see. You know, like I said, this is this connects to what we've discussed in the past, where when you don't have the control in the situation, you have to do what's best. Now, you know, it's very unfortunate to hear that because some teachers, they don't really know how to impose authority without being upfront, let's say. They have to say that, or maybe they're thinking that this kid is something something of a delinquent. So if you ask to go for permission, they're just gonna say up front to you that no, even though that, hey, your bladder's about to explode, or maybe you're just having a headache or what, and you want to alleviate that pain as soon as you can. But then we got Mr. Roach's Queta sharing the stream. That's the scream. But thanks for the share, sir. Welcome to the stream. I have more to say on that, teacher, than your. It's not a mistake, first off, for me. But like I said, if you don't have any control, it doesn't make a mistake permanent. You can actually overlap it. Learn from the experience. So let's see. You're finding items. No. No. Alright, I have to wait for the pot because, god damn it, he's asking for the gem. Yes, no, I was also scared. So yeah, I have more to say about the teacher than the experience, honestly. But we're not gonna go into that in this stream because I want to say very bad words, and bad words don't make for a very conversational stream. It's not ready yet. Alright, it's not ready yet. Come back later. So, I'm gonna wait for the pot. Here's what we're going to do. I'm gonna show you the masters that I've met. And hopefully, by the time that I finish showing you the masters, the pot is done. While I talk about mistakes here. So, what I wanted to get off into is overcoming the idea of you implanting that mistake over in your head. Now, what people miss, and Ralph's scenario is a great carryover. We got Mr. Joel Laurel. Welcome to the stream. Shoutouts to you guys. What Ralph pointed out in his example is a great platform to leap off into the topic, which is what do you consider a mistake, right? So a mistake for me, from what I've lived on with my life, is just something you have a different result than what you have in your head. So let's say here's an example, in-game example. If I chose to give that gem that I found in the ruins, let's say that regardless of whether I've known or not known that, hey, you're not supposed to give that gem because Ryu loses power, that would be a very big mistake in what I plan here in making the party stronger, right? Regardless of I don't know or if I know that. Now, apply this to other things. Let's say that you want to be a successful person. Now, in many cases, you wouldn't know what actually to study for, right? So let's say go to school, pick a course, and you didn't know that after finishing the course, it would land you the least amount of jobs in the working market or the trade market or the whatever industry market. So let's say I don't want to single out any course, but let's emphasize on the courses that are in demand. So let's say you have an engineering course, and you found out that some people without any degrees or any courses taken actually earn more money than you. While from what you've gathered, what you've researched, engineering is actually a safe path in terms of career success because it's very much in demand, and globally the world needs engineers to build things, they create stuff. So it's an evergreen industry, whatever subfield that you get into, whether it's electrical engineering, computer, industrial, or robots. It's there. Now, in your head, you kind of figure that, hey, maybe it was a mistake for me to invest all these amounts of time while people that didn't take the engineering course have this higher income power, or they earn more than me, so to speak, while spending less time in his perspective. Because I think in order to get an engineering course, before you can practice, actually you need to have a license. So that's 4 years. I don't even know now because it's K-12. But either way, from what I've known, it's 4 years. 4 years college course. Then you have to take your masterals, or you have to take your licensure. Then I think it's for only us that you need to have certifications in order to have your position upgraded, I believe. I don't know. I just bullshit you with this stuff. But anyway, see the contrast here, that maybe if the example here is a guy that wants to have a successful career, wants financial stability, whatnot, probably has that social status also ingrained too. He research looks for the safest path, that or the most stable path that he can, but realizing that there are other ways that people thrive or people succeed, there's this buyer's remorse or regret that instills into him. This feeling, this emotion also applies to any other small thing that you do. Going back to Ralph's scenario, he has that. I'm irritated with that scenario. The teachers, God. Anyway, the teachers will digress the point. Let's see here. How will I piece this together? From your day-to-day decisions, if you find out that it would have taken you less effort to accomplish something, but you knew it after the fact, it will give you this feeling that, oh, I should have done that. There's this remorseful feeling that I could have saved time, or you would have been more efficient, or I guess let's stick to those two. There's that feeling, and people miss that feeling is actually more so of an epiphany, more of regret, because you found out a new thing. It's not what do you call this? It's not a shade, or it's not a mark against you to figure out things in hindsight, especially if you're graduated in school. You don't have this pressure on you to to invest in preparation so much so that you actually learn more by just taking action. So there's that. Moving on from mistakes, going into it further. For me, you just took action and overlap all the processes that came with it. And hopefully, this idea actually makes an elaborate point to other people, because I'm losing my train of thought on how to mince words together. The point is, mistakes aren't necessarily mistakes, and as I go along in this self-learning experience, they're more so of an epiphany. Let's say that I don't know everything, of course, but let's say that I prepared something that I am going to perform well, and maybe I didn't get the results. I didn't get any result that I wanted. So there's that. Let's say I'm learning guitar right now. I want to play a very fast and very smooth solo, but I can't do either of the two. I'm gonna make lots of mistakes along the way. Now, apply that to other things, like let's say you're going to get a job that you really want, a stable work from home job, but along the way You wouldn't know yet if what kind of candidate do they want, what kind of skills are they in need of. So as you go further into that rabbit hole, or maybe going blind or what, the best way you can benefit from your mistakes, quote unquote mistakes, is just taking notes from them, and from that, all that knowledge that you've gathered up that applies to you. Most importantly, it applies to you because you're the most important person in your life. You're going to have your great references that, hey, when I did this, this worked for me, didn't work for me, things like that. Oh. This is anime, sir. But anyway, thanks for dropping by, Ralph. I still have to wait time for that part, so here's the first master that I'm going to show you guys after that mistakes talk. Now, I almost made the mistake of bringing the gem to that man. So let's see. Here's the best way I can lead you to Njomo. When you're at Shide, or wait, let's start off. I think this is Ludia, right? This is Ludia. I can't give you Shide because that's not the earliest point where you meet this master in particular game. Let's see, we're at Morent. This is nice. Plains. Alright. So let's see. The earliest part that you can meet Njomo, I believe, would be when Cray escapes his trial at Ludia. So, from Warrant, we're gonna start here from Warrant. From Warrant, you're going to go east, past the Golden Plains, go east further, got the shrine. They'll teach you this shrine. The Warrant Masters, I believe, they'll teach you this shrine. They're going to give that feedback to you that, hey, there's this shrine that is actually a shortcut to the town of Wyndia. You're going to progress even further. You'll go in Amphen. In Amphen, you'll have this pre-required. No. You'll have this cutscene that you can't skip. And east of that is Njomo. There's the house. This is a fairy master. But by the time you meet Njomo here, she, I think, doesn't have, or she won't be your master just yet. But it's good to know that you'll have her at that earliest part of the game, or at that point of the game where Cray escapes his trial at Warren. Have that saved in your minimap or world map, whatever. And that's Njomo. Let's see. The next one would be... Who would be the nearest one here? Let's go to the Abbess over at Chek. This is Shide. We're at Wyndia, right? This is Wyndia. Chek is nearby Wyndia, by the way. But you will reach Chek once you're given the audience to meet the Wind Dragon. It's kind of a prerequisite. And it saves on the minimap automatically. But just in case you get lost on how to get to Chek. So from India, you actually have to go back to Shide. Then you go to Mount Rift. You'll have this square question mark here. Go to the right and you'll reach Chek. So the Abbess that you can have as your master will be inside her quarters. This is the village chief of the town. So this is our master here, Abbess. Look at that. Yeah, she has a name now. Study under you. I think it's for Abbess to teach us skills, you need to encounter a different kind of monster every time. So here's the Abbess. Yeah, there we go. 100 different kinds of monsters. For Njomo, it was the fairy population, which I've maxed out 20 fairies at a time. The next master that I'm going to show you is actually Momo, the master over at Wyndia. Well, Wyndia is kind of a self-explanatory place to go to because there's only a few towns that look like this. It's a castle town. It's only Ludia, it's Wyndia. I don't even know what else is there yet, so there's that. Got a like! Got Mr. Maynard Beltran joining here in our stream. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome, welcome. So here's Momo. Remember when I said that you were, by the time you go into the entrance, there's the windmill, Here's Momo, and I believe I'm about to hit the 40-hour mark, so I might learn a new skill. There we go. Got the yo from Mr. Maynard. Hello, hello. So, here's the thing. Momo's teachings revolve around Breath of Fire Force game time.
Time to get serious.
I got 40 here. I believe you start learning at 30. So let's see if we'll learn a new skill if we talk to Momo. This is her. So, say, do you know about Oracle? There we go. So we learned a new skill. I don't know what it does. Let's just give it to Nina. No, I have the funniest feeling like I don't belong here. So, usually, when you have a conversation with a Breath of Fire master, so here's the initial one, and after you exit, they usually give you a cue where, oh, this is the thing that I need to do in order to learn a new skill. For Momo, well, it doesn't explain to you outright. And I only knew about this because I searched for it, so kind of a cheating mechanism. Probably Mr. Maynard, I don't know if Momo from 3, but it implies in the dialogue that she's not from here and she's kind of an Easter egg. And it's kind of a funny feeling like I don't belong here. So it's as if I fall into a parallel dimension or something. So that's the explanation here. It probably is. That's Momo for you. She's a master. And we'll come back to her if we have 50 hours of Breath of Fire played. Now, I'm also here, so I might as well explain the trick I'm doing to level up fast. Well, it's not really level up fast, but to gain insurmountable amounts of XP for Breath of Fire for its here, Sinchon. Because I have to wait still for the pot to be made. And I still have time anyway, so let's see. Here in Sinchon, from what I've watched in YouTube, you can actually fight bots here. What's this? No, not yet, Mr. Maynard. Not yet on the woods. I've yet to gather multiple combo hits. But I am aware because soon I have to get more masters. For what I'm doing now, I'm just leveling up the party members here. Because I forgot what kind of enemy was it? I think it's Wid, the tree trunks. And they show up in 6 or 7 multiples. I'm gonna level up the party here at 40 until I explore that. And also, the neat thing about gathering combos, super combos, or the super combo thing is I can have that for Ursula. So here's the trick. You need this kind of enemy, the bot. You don't want the Protobot. You don't want the Baphomet looking monster. You want the bot. And what you need to do here is to cast a fire. I think it's a fire skill. You need to cast a fire skill in order for them to to change properties or something. The most convenient magic that you can use is Firewind. So you cast Firewind, and this works. And how this works is actually... Oh, there we go. I can use Vitalize to multiple heal them. But in order to be more efficient, I'm just gonna manually heal them one by one. So you cast Firewind, they what do you call this? They regress, or they repress themselves into a recovery state. Then after that, you repeat that whole process over and over again until Nina runs out of EP. So I'm just gonna show you rather than explain. So here's the burn. It didn't combo, so it's kind of sad I can't show it yet. Yes, the enemies that we're talking about with Mr. Maynard is the tree trunk looking things. And they are also a great source of XP money. But the most important factor for them is the combo meter actually piling up. There we go, it's finally comboed. It finally comboed. Firewind. Now, I casted fire on the other bot. It didn't burst open, so probably the best magic that you can use for this trick is just use Firewind. Never mind what I said earlier. So, here's the thing. For 3 turns, that bot is going to stay at that form. And what you're going to only do here is just heal any damage the bot incurred and defend for the rest of the turns. Then wait for them for the recover, then rinse repeat. The experience here piles up over and over again, and after the battle, or once Nina runs out of AP, rather, I think, yeah, once Nina runs out of AP, you'll have your big amounts of XP given to you. Let's see. Mr. Maynard asks, why do you change the form of certain monsters in Breath of Fire 4? It's actually a good question. Some monsters grow stronger, some monsters, like the bot, repress here. But the most particular thing that you would have to keep in mind if you want to change the forms of monsters here is they give you items and experience, different items and experience. Some actually are, some don't, I don't think you have, what do you call this? Some aren't necessarily, it's not the best way to change forms for other monsters because they become peskier and don't net you as much XP or money aside from their original form. So this one, we're gonna do this over and over again. Might relax a bit. Maybe I'll do this once. I don't think I can... what do you call this? I can't do this trick 2 times. As you can see, it takes a lot of time. It uses up a lot of game time, actually. That's why I'm doing this, in order to wait for that Koshka path to be made. Some for rare drops, most for experience. Mr. Maynard, he is asking for what's the purpose of this? For this one, it's a big amount of HP or XP rather. Big amounts. I'll have to do this over and over again. And of course, as your party grows stronger, you get more AP, right? I don't think this method has that diminishing returns vibe into it. I haven't felt it yet, if that's the case. And yeah, I don't think I can talk more about the mistakes thing. Let's see. We got a new like. That's Mr. Francis Parane. Thanks for the like, sir. Welcome to the stream. I'm just demonstrating here an easy or not special trick to gather experience, which uses a lot of time. Uses up a lot of time, rather. Really. This is no joke. So, probably, since I might have the risk of hitting the 1 hour mark while I'm doing this, if for some reason I've streamed for an hour in that timestamp and I haven't consumed all of Nina's AP, I'm just gonna progress with the game. I'm gonna go back to Koshka and check for that pot. Mr. Maynard asks again for what do you call this? For the 3 monsters. For the Wid. For the Wid, depends on your objective. If you want the big XP gains, definitely change their form. Make them become Fire Wid. Now, if you just want the combos, it's not necessarily required. But I am certain that if you make the Wid turn into a Fire Wid, they'll have more HP. Thus, you have more combo hits to work on. But yes, the difference between the Wid's XP and the Fire Wid's XP is very big. It's one of the early XP tricks that you can do in Breath of Fire 4. Because you can encounter Wid early on. And if you accidentally or by chance happen to know that if you cast Fire Magic on this trunk, it changes into a different monster and it gives more XP. And different drops, I believe. Because they are different monsters. And I don't remember that specific monster. I think it's Drake. No, it's not Drake. Drake is a special case where if you cast magic on it, it will grow stronger, but it doesn't change in its form or what. Unlike Firewood. As you can see, this can get a bit tedious, and you have to count the turns in order for you to have an efficient time here. Wake me up when it's over. Lol. Gray began to sleep. See, I still have a lot of AP to work with on Nina. That's why that once I hit the 1 hour mark, I'm gonna end this. You don't deserve this. But I would want you to see how this specific trick works. Yes, Gray fell asleep. I forgot which master is that. But most of the most of the backline interactions you can get from the masters. If I'm not mistaken, that's from the Abbess. Because I've pretty much remembered Gray needed some AP gains, and there we go, sleeping again. And the Abbess gives a bunch of AP stats when you level up. So I'm banking on my memory that I have Gray under the tutelage of the Abbess. I got Sias. Mr. Maynard says here that they created Sias as a samurai. Actually, yes. Ties in with this mercenary story. an oriental warrior who is a master of the swords. But you meet him in Wyndia or Ludia, I believe. Ludia. It's a mercenary. The demi-human dog. I miss the days when you call a mix between an animal and a human, a demi-human, not a furry. I miss those days. But yeah, people mostly regard bipedal creatures that have animal traits, furries now. They're not referred as demi-humans. The good old days. Anyway, Jesus Christ. It's no joke how this method takes up a lot of time. It's already 4 minutes in, I believe, in the battle. But the payoff is great. So, I'm not really regretful. But if you need to kill time, definitely, you have this in your pockets. And I'm getting sleepy. You know, crazy yawning is very contagious. And like I said, this is a short stream because I do have to go to places later on. Like kobolds. That's Ragnarok Online. So yeah, like those demi-humans. If you have traits of a demon and a human combined, you're called a demi-human, but also animals included. It's just now that the term has been overlapped with furry. That's what I miss. No. That's correct. Kobolds are demi-human. No. They don't need to. Siyas can't even talk straight. But the conditions in demi-humans back then was it looks human, so it's a humanoid. Then it has a trait that isn't considered to be human, like a demon or an animal, fish, whatever. So there's that. That's the conditions that you have as demi-human. That's why if we are to contextualize this in the Ragnarok Online perspective, you have orcs. They are classified as demi-human because they stand on 2 legs. They grunt somehow, like that. But they can't really speak fluently. So there's that condition. Kobolds, I think they changed this for a balanced perspective, but they are demi-human. They changed it to brute. I don't know why. But they are demi-human. Goblins also apply. Another one would be incubuses and succubuses. They are considered demi-human, but more demon than human. What's that? I don't have an FB bot. So you lost me there, Mr. Maynard. I'm sorry. If you're referring to the notifications, I use Streamlabs, but I am familiar with what's this? I believe FB has this FB bot feature. Some streamers use it. They use it to interact with the viewers if they're busy with their matches or what. But I don't have that. Yeah, incubuses and succubuses are considered demi-human if we are talking about that humanoid criteria. So yeah. Yeah, I am familiar but I don't use one. I tried it, but it takes up a lot of resources. Maybe I will build another supercomputer in order for me to use the bot in one screen. So yeah, I'm not... the hearts. Yes, very much. This is a very manual thing I do. I just alt-tab. That's why I prefer games that I can play casually rather than Dota. Although I would want to stream Dota soon. Where is it? There's the burn. Dota and LOL. Valorant. But the difficult thing here is I can't react in real time. At I see the comments. So yeah, I don't have an FB bot that has this feature. Would be convenient, to be honest with you. Oh, I hit the 1 hour mark. Let's heal the bots and finish the job. Guard. Let's see how much XP I can gain. Oh, you don't like Dota? I like Dota. Here's the thing, Mr. Maynard. I like Dota. But the difficult part in streaming Dota is you remove the interactivity with the viewers. So you don't get to see comments in real time. But I would want to play again. I played lots of Dota back in college. That was the time I used to kill time. And when League of Legends came, that's the other one. I've met people also playing League of Legends, so that's another. Right now, because Valorant is the hot thing, I play some of it. But there are definitely better people than me. And of course, since I got the job, I got a day job now, and I can manage time around it. I'm going to go back into streaming Tekken. I've chosen Thursdays as the most up time to stream Tekken, so expect a lot more of that. There we go. See, here's the trick that it does to you. I don't really need to actually consume all of Nina's AP if that's the case. Look at that. Instant XP. You get 131k XP. I don't know the XP tables here in Breath of Fire 4 to say that it will jump you in level by level, but this is a trick I use. So let's see if we get new skills also. But we do get stat gains. It's Nina. We got Restore for Sias. Ursula Ryu doesn't get skills because you got dragons anyway. You got no money, so that's sad. Yes, the interaction, it's very hard. I tried it in the past. Tried to play Dota. It's hard enough that because I don't really force people to stay on stream. I endorse people to live in real life, you know. Get out there, make something of yourself. And if you play Dota, and if you miss the chance that the streamer gets or the viewer gets to comment on, it's kind of a downer. So yeah, I don't like it. 20k. So no, I don't really know. The XP table that I'm referring to here is the XP you needed per level. But with 131k XP, I'm pretty sure you're safe to gain 1 level every time. So there's that. Anyway, let's go back to the pot. If the pot is still not available, well, I'm just gonna check it off stream. Because I am going to end the stream now. And I am a man of my word. We must live life, make something of ourselves in this day and age. Do something, be busy, or what. After this, I am going to get busy. I'm gonna go to places. Rail shooter. Rail shooter. Is this the Time Crisis looking game? Yes. See, it's different for each streamer, right? Some streamers, they get the pull from the audiences with just their interactions, you know, the screams. They are funny, they catch the attention, and they cuss at the enemies. People are entertained. For some streamers, they preferably want to engage with the audience intimately or diligently, and not intimately because it is online. Diligently, they pay attention to the comment. They have a thread building up in their head with the conversation, right? So it's different for each of us. For me, it's okay to have something that catch my attention, but it will be difficult. Tekken is already difficult enough. But I do have my cell phone in hand to see the comments here. Let's see. Is it done? It's not ready yet. Come back later. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna end the stream, and I'm gonna put the timestamps here. Final words, of course. Final words. Building mistakes was the topic. It became a two-parter because Breath of Fire gave me lots and lots of story plot to talk about in the previous episode. But the last thing that I could say with regards to mistakes, you should build upon them, take notes of what mistakes apply to you, and consider the mistakes that apply to others that you can learn from. And don't blame yourself too much if you have no control of the outcome. So that's it. That's the final words. I'm gonna go out, guys, and thanks for those who dropped by. Of course, Mr. Maynard is here, so we got to give the shoutouts to him. Follow him in his page. Check it out. Kaka-computer mo yan. And we got also Ralph and Justin earlier. And to all the likers. So yeah, I'm gonna take a short break. Probably go out. I'm done with my errands. And I'm gonna go to this particular base that is secret. It's located in Marikina. Probably be around there 3 to 4. But 4 to 5 is the plan that I meet with others. But if you happen to be in that area, that base that is secret, just switch the words here, secret base. I'll be there. Anyway, that's enough. See you guys next time. Probably Tuesday.